Should you work for free in film part 3? So I'm just going to sort of proactively address some stuff that always comes up. So one of the first things is going to be how do I afford to work for free for 3 weeks? You've got to figure that out. You've got to come up with a way to save 3 weeks of expenses. I did it. You can do it. I know a lot of other people that have done it. My parents didn't give me the money. My grandparents didn't. You've got to find a way to wait tables and deliver pizzas and do whatever you got to do to shove that money in a bank account to give you that runway. And I do think that's fair. I do think that's a fair hurdle. Do people that come from wealthy families who can just bankroll, a month or two of working for free, is that an unfair advantage? Yeah, it is. But being wealthy is an advantage in literally every area of life. So, it's a hurdle you got to get over, but it's a doable hurdle. Nobody's asking you to work for free for 3 months or 6 months. I think that's ridiculous and is not worth it. But, taking a chance for a couple of weeks is absolutely worth it. I mean, it helped me, plunge into a new industry where I knew literally nobody. And look, if you get 2 or 3 or 4 days into it and you don't like the people, the producer is a jerk, they're not helping you, you're not learning anything, and you can just pick up the vibe that it's a really bad scenario, just say, look, I appreciate the opportunity, but I think I got to go a different direction. Look forward to working with you in the future, and then leave. So if it's a bad scenario, don't hang around. But in general, I've found most people to just be super appreciative for the help. I mean, they land in your hometown expecting to figure everything out, and just knowing everything from where to eat to what's a bad part of town, knowing anything about crew. I mean, I remember as a PA making recommendations about transpo coordinators to hire, making recommendations about department heads to hire. These were people that I'd only worked with on 1 or 2 films, or I really only had one check. I really only had one call I could make to be like, hey, have you worked with this guy? Like, what's his rep? But that was invaluable to the producers who were coming into town who knew nobody and were just trying to make major decisions about the movie based off a meeting or two. So feel free to comment on this video, any questions or objections you have, or what you feel like is a roadblock, and if I can provide an answer or potential strategy to help you get over that, I will absolutely respond and do so. I am going to do a part 4 where I talk about scenarios where I would bail on an opportunity like this, or just scenarios in general where I would absolutely not work for free because it's not going to be worth it. So stay tuned for part 4.